Welcome to One Insight. My name is Rich Litvin. I grew up in London and I now live in LA. And this is a podcast for extraordinary top performers and their coaches. You see, I've coached some of the most successful and talented people on the planet. I can see what most people cannot see, and I dare to say what most people wouldn't dare to say. And what I know about success is that on the other side of it, it can be incredibly lonely. You can feel more of an imposter the more successful you become. And when you're the most interesting person in the room, you're actually in the wrong room. Clients who are more successful, more intelligent, and wealthier than you need your support more than they know and more than you can imagine. I coach around insight. Life looks one way, something happens, and the world looks different, and your entire world changes. It can happen in an instant. And this podcast is called One Insight because a single insight can change everything. Avoid perfectionism by getting comfortable with uncertainty. This is the key. You got to realize that nothing's certain. A couple of years back, before this pandemic, we got lulled into this false sense of security. We thought life is great, life is certain. In fact, to this day, if I'm employed by a corporation and I go to get a mortgage, the mortgage advisor is going to rub their hands together and say, "Sit down, Mr. Litvin, how can I help you?" Despite having an extremely successful business that makes a lot of money, if I sit down with a mortgage advisor, they're going to say, whether they say it out loud or not, they're going to think, "You're an entrepreneur that's very uncertain, that's very insecure. And it's going to be much harder for me to get a mortgage." Except if I'm working for a corporation, I can be fired like that. And when I'm an entrepreneur, if I want to create some more money, I can make up an idea and I put it out there and find different ways to create more money constantly. That's what people don't realize. So the way to deal with uncertainty isn't certainty, it's creativity. The way to deal with procrastination is to put stuff out in the world before you are ready. Don't wait till you're ready. It's too late. You've got to go before you're ready. Between 50% and 70% ready, I would say. 50% is hard for some people, but 50 to 70% ready and go. How many of you have ever had success with something that you put out into the world before you were ready? Or even think back to a previous career. How many of you applied to a job that you didn't think you were suitable for, you didn't think you were ready for, and they hired you, and then you thought, "Oh my God, I don't even know I can do it now. I convinced them, and now I can't do it for myself." So you've all got experience of doing that. Don't wait till you're ready. For most of human history, it wasn't called coaching, it was called leadership. And it's what I love to do, to coach people, to lead people, and to mess with people's thinking. If you'd like more of this, or if you'd like to learn more about our community of extraordinary top performers, go to richlitvin.com/oneinsight.